Hey everybody, this is Win. This is the lab 2 in which we are going to do the basic security configuration. So the devices that we are going to use, the router, switches, a bunch of PCs in which we are going to be do the configuration. So what is talking about in these all tasks, so which is most of the tasks are related to the password encryption. This is all the thing like enable password, and we have to make this all in a encrypted form, and then after we have to cross check by running config, this kind of thing that we are going to be doing to it. Okay, so let's jump into it, what we can do. Okay, so the devices that we are going to use it over here, there's no preferences about the devices right here, so we can go with the 2911 with the router, and in other hand the switches 2960. What about the PCs? So the PCs like this. Yeah, it's done now. Okay, well there's enough, right? 3 pieces is enough for this. Okay, now we have to do the connectivity in between these all devices. So let's do it. Router gigabit ethernet 01 to gigabit ethernet fast ethernet 01. Okay, gigabit ethernet 00 to fast ethernet 01. That you have to when we do configuration on the basis of the interfaces, so at that moment we have to do and put the description to it. So yeah, these are all the things that we have to mention to it. The router is connected to it. These all for further we are going to be doing these all thing that I'm talking about. Okay, so fast ethernet. Okay, what is happening now? Well, likewise fast ethernet 00. Okay, so very clear, right? The things are very understandable, very clear. Now what we have to do is we have to do the device configurations. So first we have to go in global configuration mode. In that we have to change the host name and router and switches. So let's do it right here. So now enable password, so conft. Okay, so what's happening now right here, that is try to connect and try to just fetch to the domain server, because this is unrecognizable kind of command this is. So because of that, let's try to fetch with the server and try to connect with the server to check it out. So here we are going to face the time delay. So what we are going to be do in order of preventing this thing, so that we call the hygiene. So before doing anything, any kind of configuration that we are going to be do, before that we have to do a hygiene. So that I will do, and then after we will going to be do configuration each and every devices that we are going to make it over here. Okay, so definitely it will going to take my time. So for this moment I will leave it, and going to be do this all in the same way and switches. So enable, then conf switch T right here. Right now we are in global configuration mode of the switch 2. What we have to do is, now that I told, we are going to do the hygiene first. So for now we will do the host name, change the host name, and then after we will encrypt the password. So for now, to prevent the time delay, that's only thing I'm going to do in order of doing the hygiene first. Okay, so no IP domain hyphen lookup. So if I will do the same thing which I have done in that context, like in a router, so that was facing the time delay. If I will type the cont in the same way cont, so it will not going to be face the time delay in this context. Okay, in the same way, if I will check it out over here, like it's time delay, it's not there again right here. If I will type the cont t, and then after that the time delay was occurring now there, so again we can do the same thing. So cont t, as you can see, it's doing okay. So there's nothing about prevention, so because of that it's happening. If I will do the same thing over here. So like the quantity, as I have done once, so it's not doing something like this. And once we do this thing over here, like no IP domain hyphen lookup, so definitely that's it's a method to prevent this whole thing, to save your time. In a real exam on the real scenario, we have to apply this all thing so we can save our time. We have to wait it for this at the moment. How long it will going to check your patience. Okay, now it's done. So no IP domain hyphen lookup, the same thing that we have done. Okay, no, okay, so conf t, then after we can use it over here. There's all thing like configuration, this kind of configuration we have to go in global configuration mode, and then after we can apply this thing. Okay, so again we will do the prevention method, no IP domain hyphen lookup. Okay, so if I will type the conf t right here, any kind of text right here, so that will nothing gonna happen like the time delay or something. Okay, so what is that we have to make it as per instruction. So we have to change the host name. So the R1 we have to make it for the host name R1. As you can see, it's done. Now in the same way for the switch, the host name it's done. What's next? Now in the same way we have to make the enable password, and the password would be CCNA. In both devices we have to configure enable password. So the password is CCNA. That's done. So check it out, we have to go out and then try to in. So as you can see, it's there's a require the password, so we have to type that same password which we have done. So as you can see, we are here again in a global configuration mode, and the same thing we have to do in switches too. So enable password, the CCNA, and again we will going to check it out in the same way. We have to do it again. As you can see, it's done. Okay, well, so what would be next? Let's see what we can do. View the password in the running configuration. Okay, what we have done, we have to check it out what we have done actually. Okay, so as per instruction, exit back in exec mode and the user exec mode, then after you have to enter that we have done it over here. Right now the view the password in running configuration. Okay, so right now we have to put it before any command, show command in global configuration mode, you have to put it over here before that do command, do also, so that actually work, because when you type the show command only, that is not going to be make sense for global configuration mode. In that we have to put it in the same way but differently. Before that the do show running. So as you can see, what are the changes that we have made. So right here, enable password, that is CCNA. It is a simple text. The password is in simple text. Now what we have to do is we have to provide some encryption to it. Okay, so configure more secure encrypted enable password of Cisco both on both devices. Okay, so the next thing we have to use the enable password. Okay, and that should be encrypted. In order of doing this, let's see how we do make. So we can type enable password. Okay, as we have done this thing with the CCNA, that insert the current password, which is a future password, are encrypted. To do this thing, like for further all the password that we are going to put it over here, that should be encrypted. Okay, so for that, the service password encryption, service password is password hyphen encryption. So this is the command for encrypt the all further password, whatever is here and whatever you are going to be type further. So that's all are going to encrypt itself. Okay, so what is the next? Okay, there's nothing about the enable secret or something. Yeah, it's talking about only to secure the all future passwords. Okay, exit back in user exec mode and then re-enter in privilege exec mode. Which password do you have to use? Okay, so as we have done this thing, we can do this thing again. So there's nothing to do like this thing. Okay, so what we have to do again, we have to check the running configuration. So do so right here, the encrypted password. This is the type of encryption, which is 7 and has the encrypted password, which was the CCNA. Right here the password was CCNA and now it's encrypted. Is there something special about this? Okay, enable secret. Yeah, we can go with the enable secret kind of thing. Like it's also a kind of password security which is encrypted. So if it's already you have done this thing like enable password encryption, so there's no need of that will not override the password because it's already done. So that will only the service password encryption will override the all simple text password that you have done or further you are going to be used. So for that, the service password encryption works everywhere. So for especially enable secret is for the special any password that you are putting, that would encrypt it only. Okay, so what we have to do next is we have to save. So in order of save the password, so we type the copy running config, which is a tool we can use it instead of write memory. This is not valid. Okay, so for that do copy running config and startup hyphen assembly config. Destination file name, it's want to know the destination file name, so it's done, right? Okay, so what about next? There's nothing about next, it's done. So what we can do it over here, there's several things that we can perform it and understand it over here. As per this all the instruction and task, there is some order of doing that we have to follow on each and every lab. There's nothing about this is the process of learning. Because of that, we are taking help of the task, and sometimes we have to, after a few labs, after some understanding, I have to just to do this thing separately without any this kind of stuff, right, that I'm doing.